Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
All right, yeah. I saw this. Red zone. Daniel Jones. He's not looking very happy there, is he? Nope. Red zone struggles are holding the Giants back. Yeah, you know. Daniel Jones didn't look very happy there, did he? They got some issues there. I saw this one ad there from PFF.com. Says Giants offense shows more life. Daniel Jones recorded a season overall best 80.9 overall grade against the Cowboys. The offense line moved up 11 spots in pass blocking, but their high red zone chances haven't paid off. The Giants ranked third in red zone plays and second in goal line plays, but are scoring touchdowns at only 15% of their possessions. That is horrible. Let's see. Entering last Thursday night's matchup between the Cowboys and the Giants, there appeared a clear foregone conclusion. Dallas kicker Brandon Aubrey wouldn't miss from long range. Instead, by the night's end, there was an even starker realization amid a shocking Aubrey miss. The New York is seemingly unable to convert promising possessions into touchdowns. Giants had 5 possessions that reached the Cowboy 35-yard line. Their outcomes were all identical. They ended with field goals. Despite controlling the clock and outgaining Dallas in both time of possession and total yardage, the Giants struggled to convert their opportunities in the red zone. It is frustrating irony for a team that endured offensive woes last season. Head coach Brian Daboll replacing Mike Kafka as the team's play caller. Marginally better results have followed. Marginally. Giants now sit 24th in offensive EPA per play after finishing 29th last year. But there have been major improvements in departments like pass blocking and receiving separation thanks to both marquee additions and better health. More specifically, the Giants offense currently ranks 19th in pass blocking grade, up from 32nd. And wideouts Malik Neighbors and Wando Robinson have served as viable targets, with each posting a receiving grade of at least 69. Remarkably, even maligned quarterback Daniel Jones has started to look a little bit more like the composed and effective player we saw in 2022. Against Dallas, Jones recorded an 80.9 overall grade and an 80 passing grade, both of which mark season highs. Now, if you also you look, right? Now, this season here, let's see, we got 2024, all right, in the red zone. All right. Let's see. Cleveland, they're number one, 80 scoring with touchdowns. This is just touchdowns when they get into the red zone. All right. It also kind of shows you Cleveland just hasn't gotten into the red zone much at all. They're leading the league 83.33% of the time they get in the red zone to score a touchdown. All right. The Giants are 20th. They're tied with San Francisco. Half the time the Giants are getting in the red zone, they're scoring touchdowns. Half the time. All right. But if we go back, you go look at that the horrible season the Giants had last year. This is, among a plethora of things. The offensive line help, the quarterback help, and all of that and everything. One of the things was in 2023, the Giants red zone, once again to the red zone, scoring touchdowns in the red zone. San Francisco is number one, 68%. Right? The Giants were 31st. Getting into the red zone and scoring a touchdown. The Giants did it 44% of the time. Only the Jets were worse at 32%. So the Giants were the 31st worst team last year. 31st. One of the huge reasons why the Giants only won 6 games. Right? But in 2022, right, year the Giants won the playoffs, went to the playoffs and won a playoff game, the Giants were 5th, getting to the red zone and actually scoring a touchdown, not scoring points, scoring a touchdown. The Giants 64.81% of the time. They were 5th. NFL team red zone scoring percentage, touchdowns only. Dallas, who's number 1, 71.43. Another one of the reasons why they won 12 games, right? This is 2022. Kansas City, right? Perennial Super Bowl team, right? The Eagles, right? Perennial division winner, playoff team, all that stuff and everything, right? 68%. Detroit Lions, 66.18. And the Giants were 64.81. Giants, 5th highest. They got into the red zone and they actually scored touchdowns. Huge. And I said this year, there's a disparity. I mean, last year the Giants were at the bottom. This 2022 they were at the top. This year they're kind of floundering in the middle. All right. This year they're 20th, but they got to do better. Definitely got to do better. Let's see. Now, another one of the things here, Joe. The former first-round pick, Daniel Jones, wasn't as sharp deep downfield, finishing 1 for 6, with just a 59.3 passing grade, but he still displayed an ability to make tight window throws. He's on the run, this, that, the close to intermediate throws. He's on his run, on the run, slinging it and stuff like that. Short, not bad. But when these guys running down the field, I did a video on this 2 nights ago, whatever it was. Danny Dimes, he got a nickname. Somebody just didn't throw that to him. I mean, he called him Danny Dimes because he was throwing guy running the stride, a dime, right? You don't throw it. It's not Danny Dimes. That guy throws a great screen pass. Let me tell you what. We should call him Danny Dimes. Yeah, that's a hell of a screen pass he's throwing, baby. Danny Dimes. That's his nickname. No, Danny. Right? Dimes, right? The guy, the wide receivers running down the numbers, giving the quarterback the whole outside of the field to drop a dime, right? Right? He was doing that so well early on. What happened to that? Also, that was another one of the things, against the Cowboys. We had a few opportunities where there was long pass play opportunities, and the one we did connect with Malik, if Malik was running and you hit him in stride, there's a safety coming over, right? He wanted making a tackle, but if he could have hit him maybe down the sideline in stride and kept him running, he might have got past that safety. Didn't do it. Didn't take advantage of that opportunity. It's worth noting that Jones' metric over the season, 66.7 overall grade, 63.5 passing grade, are still below average. But there have been moments of promise, including posting a career low 2.4% turnover-worthy play percentage. So, I mean, he's doing better. He's doing better, right? I mean, one of the things we had was, Daniel Jones dropping back to pass. Oh, he got it. Oh, he fumbled, right? Remember those? Remember those from a few years ago? Or throwing a lot of interceptions. He's doing a lot better, protecting the ball. But he's still not throwing touchdowns. He's almost like Tommy DeVito, like last year, Tommy DeVito, right? Didn't throw a lot of interceptions, but one of the problems he had last year was he wasn't throwing a lot of interceptions. He wasn't like, with Tommy DeVito. He wasn't like, trying to, get, it's like, well, I don't want to throw it because it might get intercepted. He was just too timid sometimes. But Daniel Jones, I mean, the short and intermediate stuff, it doesn't look too bad. But those long passes, This season, the Giants rank 11th in red zone plays and 7th in goal line plays. Despite that, the team has scored only 6 red zone touchdowns. They're 11th in red zone plays and they've only scored 6 red zone touchdowns. And 7th in goal line plays. 7th. And we scored 6 touchdowns. Despite that, the team has scored a touchdown on only 46.2% of its red zone drives, a rate that ranks 23rd in the NFL. So what gives? Some of the statistical fault lies in the decision to kick a field goal on the Cowboys' 3-yard line. A decision that win probabilities which largely uncharacteristic of 4th down decision that Daboll made the rest of the last Thursday night. Well, he took the points. Jones, too, needs to play better football once in the red zone. The 27-year-old ranks 20th among 28 qualifying quarterbacks in red zone passing grade this year, and his 68.8% adjusted completion percentage in that area is 14th. Through 4 games of a do-or-die 2024 season, the 1-3 Giants have displayed more tenacity than expected. They rebounded well from a dismal Week 1 performance against the Vikings and were competitive against the Commanders, Browns, and Cowboys. With a daunting schedule approaching for the next 4 games, Seahawks, Bengals, Eagles, and Steelers, Daboll and Jones will need to refine their performance on the other side of the 50 to realize better win-loss results. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you got your, the league is, it's a matter of inches or whatever, but it's winning and losing is like a fine line. When you got that guy open down the sideline, do you hit him or do you underthrow him? Do you overthrow him? When you get into the red zone, do you capitalize? And I'm not saying you got to score a touchdown every time, but when you get in there, do you score a touchdown? You got to kick 3 field goals basically to make up for a touchdown. Are you scoring touchdowns along with the other team, or is the other team scoring touchdowns and the reason why we lost to the Commanders is because we couldn't stop them. They just kept kicking field goal, and of course we didn't have a kicker. But you got to do better once we get inside that red zone. That is for sure. All right, guys. Well, it's been 1 hour and 5 minutes. Whoever spent any time listening to me live, thank you, thank you, thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching the replays, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. As always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo! Oh, yeah.